you never burn a bridge. And you're going to inevitably, we've all worked with, and some of your listeners, you're going to be working with somebody who you don't really like and you don't really get along with and you don't see eye to eye, and they see it this way and you see it this way, or you're competing maybe for the same promotion or something like that. And in general, what I've learned over the course of my career is that like every relationship you form is an opportunity for both parties to help one another throughout the course of their career. And our industry, once again, as I'll say it again, our industry is small. It's smaller than you think it is, especially if you're in your 20s and you look out over the software industry. You're like, it's huge. But as it turns out, all of these companies are interconnected, like Google and Dropbox and X and Meta, and Facebook and Salesforce. Like they're all connected, and people move so fluidly across companies that people in one spot are going to go all over the industry, and they're going to help one of those relationships you form in your early days of your career. They're going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and you're then going to be connected to hundreds, if not thousands, of people at every single company in the industry, and those are all people that can help you out. And on top of that, the generation that is kind of coming into our industry right now, it's hard to think 2 decades into the future, but your generation is going to run the industry, and your generation is going to be the top dogs at every single company, which is kind of how where I've gotten to in my career. Is the kids I started out working with when we were all together, they're the C-level executives at so many companies here in Silicon Valley. And then you have the networks to like continue to thrive, and you can build companies around that, whole organizations around it. And so at the end of the day, think about like how that's going to expand. um, my One of my mentors, Marc Benioff, who we've talked about, used to say at every Dreamforce conference, people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year, but they radically underestimate what they can accomplish in a decade. And I think that might have been a quote that originally should be attributed to Bill Gates, but or is attributed to Bill Gates. But I think like kind of my takeaway from that is like people think sort of in the here and now. With relationship building, you got to think in the long term. Like you got to think in like everybody that I'm working with every day, every year for the next decade. How many people is that? It's a ton, right? And then think of like, where am I going to be in a decade? I'm going to be networked across the whole industry. And now what do I do to like foster and maintain those connections?